I've used a QuickJack for years, and I like it, but it's not perfect. If you're thinking of getting one for your home garage, here's what it's like living with it.
I don't have a shop, this is just a home garage. I wanted something faster than a floor jack and jack stands, but not as large as a 4-post lift. The best part is how much easier it makes basic work, and for my car, it's a huge time saver because the RX-7 is so low. With a normal floor jack, it felt like 100 pumps just to get it high enough to do anything. It took forever. Now I can lift it and lower it in a few minutes. And that sounds small, but it's the difference between actually working on the car or putting it off. But there are a few things people don't really talk about. Setup still takes time, positioning matters. One thing I didn't realize is how much the floor matters. On my ceramic garage floor, the frames slide around pretty easy. But I've heard on rough concrete, it can be way more difficult to slide into place. And it doesn't stop you from getting on your hands and knees. You still have to line everything up. And if your car has side skirts, that can be a problem too. My RX-7's skirts block the frame rails. So I had to cut sections out and make markings underneath so I can line it up every time. My car's low. It's basically as low as you can go and still use the QuickJack. If it was any lower, it would be hard to even get the frames under. And alignment matters more than you think. One time I had the rails slightly off and it cracked the bottom of my fiberglass side skirt. That's why I slow down and double check everything now. One other downside is storage. Some cars can leave the frames under the car when they're not using them. I can't do that on my RX-7, so they're in the way unless I move them, and they're not light either. I'm probably going to wall mount them soon. The safety part is what makes it worth it. Once it's up and locked, it feels solid. I still check everything before I crawl under it, but I trust it way more than a basic jack stand setup. One small thing to keep in mind, the rubber blocks compress a little, so I always double check everything. Another thing I didn't expect, the car moves when it lifts, in my case, towards my garage door. So you have to think about how close you are to the garage door or the wall so you don't hit it. Right now I leave the lines connected because I'm using it so often, it saves time, but you do have to watch where you're stepping. For the stuff most people actually do at home, it's perfect. Brakes, removing wheels, oil changes, inspecting wheel wells, looking for leaks. Anything where you need it up, but you're not spending all day under the car. Where it falls short, compared to a real lift, is the height. You're still not standing under the car. But I'll say this, I've actually pulled the transmission with the QuickJack before, and it worked great. So you can do large jobs with it. It's just not as comfortable as a full lift since you're unable to stand. If you're the type that avoids or gets annoyed working on your car because jack stands are a hassle, this makes it way easier. But if you're expecting it to replace a real lift, it won't.
Knowing what I know now, would I buy a QuickJack again? And the answer is absolutely. It makes working on the car so much easier and saves a tremendous amount of time. Now that being said, I still have plans to get a 4-post lift in this space. Not because of any deficiency of the QuickJack, but because I want to store another vehicle and have another project alongside this one. And once I've lived with both, I plan on doing a video about a real comparison. If you've used a QuickJack, tell me what you like about it. Tell me what annoys you. Post a comment. Thank you for watching.